Hey everyone, welcome to Alpha Universe. In today's video, I'm gonna walk you through my entire setup for using colored gels to take some fun and creative portraits. Along the way, I'll be sure to share everything that you'll need to know if you want to try and recreate the images that you'll see in this video. Let's get right into it. Every photo shoot starts with an idea, and here it was no different. I'm working today with model and makeup artist Brianna, who arrived with some cool leather straps that kind of reminded me of Lara Croft from the video game Tomb Raider. With that idea in mind, I wanted to photograph her in a cinematic style that made her look like a hero in an action movie. I knew right away that beyond her styling and makeup, we weren't going to pull off this concept without something a little extra. A typical lighting setup like the ones that I would normally use in my portrait work wasn't going to give us the hero look that we wanted, so I had to get creative with my lighting. One of the easiest ways to do this is by using something called a gel, which is basically a colored sheet of plastic that you put over your lights. Using these will change the color of the light to whatever color of film you're using. They make these for speed lights, strobes, and constant lights, and typically come in a pack with a variety of different colors to choose from. Since most movies these days use a teal and orange color palette, I decided to gel each of my backlights with these colors to help separate Brianna's black clothing from the black background. I also ended up blocking these lights from hitting the background by using these V-flats from a company called V-Flat World. This ensures that my black background stays black and doesn't pick up the color from the lights. For my main light, I used a 20-inch beauty dish with a white interior, and I placed a grid on it. Doing this helped to focus the angle of light so that it's only illuminating Brianna. To fill in some of the shadows, I placed a silver Lastalite tri-reflector on a stand to bounce some of the light coming from the beauty dish, and also to create some catch lights in her eyes, which are these little glints of light that you see here. While I'm using professional lights from Profoto for this photo shoot, you could definitely get comparable results using other kinds of studio flashes and even using speed lights. Just note the positioning of these lights and the distances from the background and subject, and you'll see how easy it is to replicate my shots. Now that we've looked at the lighting setup, let's look at the rest of the gear that I used. For my studio work, I love using the Sony a7R IV thanks to the beautiful color that I get in my RAW files, not to mention a lot of megapixels. Of course, picking the right lens is going to be very important in pulling off this look. One of my all-time favorite lenses in Sony's lineup is their 70-200 2.8 G Master lens. This telephoto lens gives me sharpness that rivals some of the best prime lenses that I've ever used, and it's super versatile. Another important accessory that I highly recommend for the portrait photographers out there watching is this battery grip. Check out the video that I made about this grip, linked in the description. Now that we've covered the setup, let's take a look at the results. Adding color to your lighting is such an easy and fun way to make your portraits look great. I'd love to hear in the comment section if you've ever used gels and how you use them in your own work. While you're there, be sure to subscribe to the Alpha Universe channel to stay up to date on all of the latest news, including tips and tricks from some of the best photographers in the world. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.